Welcome to What Are You Sporting About podcast, a podcast about business, employment, sports, and entertainment to help educate, support, and guide you to your next level. Here's your host, attorney Sivonnia DeBarros.
Hello, everybody. I am Sivonnia DeBarros, the protector of athletes and your host of What Are You Sporting About podcast. If you haven't already, this is my invitation to you to go to your favorite podcast platform, wherever you listen to and get your podcast. Go there now and subscribe to What Are You Sporting About so you never, ever miss an episode. I'm super excited to talk with you guys today, because we're going to be talking about the dangers of DIY. And because we are still inside Black History Month, but we know that Black history is American history, because we are still in the month of February, we are going to be highlighting some amazing entrepreneurs who will be the backdrop of this conversation. All right. So if you haven't already, go to your favorite podcasting platform and make sure you subscribe to What Are You Sporting About podcast so you never miss an episode. And I also want to invite you to the second annual NIL Combine live event 2023. It's going to be happening here in Chicago. Dates are July 27th through the 29th. If you are an individual who wants to learn more about name, image, and likeness, how you can leverage, monetize, and protect your NIL, then this is the place that you want to be. We are collecting experts from all over, from various industries, to make sure that not just athletes, but people who service athletes, athlete advocates, athletic directors, coaches, that they all get a full, well-rounded understanding of what NIL really is, and not that cookie cup stuff that you just kind of find out there on Google, right? So join us for the NIL Combine 2023 event. You can go to bit.ly/NIL Combine 2023. Again, that link is bit.ly/NIL Combine 2023. All right, so we are talking about dangers of DIY. Guys, it seemed that every time I'm speaking with entrepreneurs, they are DIYing their way through their entire business, which means they don't have any structure or any strategy anywhere. Now, because we're in the Black History Month, I do want to echo, or there will be conversations around Black history or just from the Black community as a backdrop to this conversation, because if you are of African American descent, you were raised in the Black community, you will see how Black people have been forced to do things on their own, right? So years and years ago, maybe not even that long ago, right? Our grandparents would talk about how they couldn't get someone to support them. They couldn't get someone to provide them with this resource or the other. So they had to go out and do it on their own. They had to figure it out. They had to, really put the pedal to the metal and create whatever it was for the need that they had. But in today's time, we don't necessarily have to do that. We don't have to do everything by ourselves, because there is an uptick in entrepreneurs, and especially in Black entrepreneurship. In fact, in 2020, one of the largest communities of people were Black females who were leaving their jobs and launching their own businesses. Look it up, guys. Look it up. So it's super amazing. It shows you that as a Black people, we do have the innate power to create our own futures. We have the power to create whatever it is that we desire. We have the power to create whatever resource we need to get us further into the space where we want our lives to be. All right. So here's the problem. Sometimes we are doing things from a historical approach that, like our grandparents have done, or our great-great-grandparents. And we're so much more advanced than that now. And not only that, but our counterparts are advanced. Our peers, excuse me, let me say that our peers are also equally advanced, and they are also able to support us in our endeavors. So why do we move and continuously move in a way of DIYing our way, doing it yourself through our businesses? So, you guys, if you've been listening, if you haven't, welcome to the podcast. I am a licensed attorney. I represent people, entrepreneurs, businesses in real life, like in real time. I kid you not. Yesterday, I just wrapped up trademark litigation response that I had to file yesterday for a multi seven figure brand. All right. So that is my thing. That is my bread and butter. But what if my client was trying to DIY her way through this litigation process? It won't be easy. It wouldn't be easy, and it's dangerous. It's dangerous. Here's the thing about DIYing and why it creates dangers for you as an entrepreneur. One, when you are putting yourself into different spaces in your business that require certain expertise that you do not have, it will set you up in a very dangerous way, because you will not see whatever the danger is that is before you because you lack that particular expertise, right? Not only that, but DIY overlooks the value. It overlooks value. Here's the thing, a lot of people look at the cost of something, but they don't look at the value of something. Those are two distinct concepts. Cost and value are totally different. I could charge you $100 to do something legal for you, but what will be the end value? Will it be of substantive value, or would it be of nominal, meaning very, very little value? So a lot of people a lot of people will do something based on the cost and overlook the value. And typically that is one of the largest dangers of DIY in any industry, right? In any industry. But not only that, DIY also overlooks security. So let's stay on this example for illustration here. If you hired me to do something for you, or let's just say you wanted me to do something for you, but you're like, I don't know if I could really afford that, or I'm not going to make that investment. The danger of you doing it yourself would be overlooking your security. How much protection would you lack by doing it yourself because you lack certain expertise to engage in the activity that you need? So I want to share a story with you from a young lady that I met this past January at an event called the TSP Game Plan. Her name is Nicole. Nicole is a multi seven figure business owner, and she, over the course of her business, she has generated over, I think it's 39 million, so about $40 million in sales. And one of the stories that she shared, it was many, but one of the stories she shared was how she DIY'd her legal support throughout her business. And she didn't know that she needed an attorney because she's smart. She's grown her business to a multi seven figure business. She's handled all her deals by herself. And she thought that she could just do it. She was continuously DIYing everything in her business. I posed a question to her. Hey, Nicole, attorney here. Hi. Why wouldn't you hire counsel? Her response was, maybe it was my pride, I thought that I could handle everything because I had already been doing it. She had already been accustomed to DIYing everything, thinking that she was saving money, but here is the catch. It was costing her more than she realized. It was costing her in products. It was costing her in her contracts. It was costing her in legal fees, right? And everything was getting financially blown out of proportion because she chose to DIY. So, being of African descent and from the Black community, there is honor at times in having the capability of doing things ourselves. But nowadays, when things are much more sophisticated, when the brands we create have a larger asset valuation attached to it, or could be $1 million brands and multi-million-dollar brands in the future, when there are bigwig companies who are sitting off to the side waiting to poach your brand or push you outside of your business, is it a smart thing to continuously DIY your way through business? And I'll go a step further and even say DIY yourself through life. There are so many individuals who don't even plan. Not only do they not plan their business, but they don't even plan their lives. And if you ask them, what is it that you want to accomplish in the next 3 to 5 years, a lot of them will not know what that accomplishment would be. They will not have a single goal of what it is, of one thing that they would like to achieve in those 3 to 5 years. And that is a problem. When we DIY through things, we don't have the ability to step back and take a look at what we truly need help on in the areas that we're lacking, where other people can come in and to support us in those areas where we're really not that strong at. All right. So if you are an entrepreneur watching this, and especially if you are a Black entrepreneur, happy Black History Month to you. But here's something that I want you to think about. The entrepreneur says that 20% of businesses fail within year one, and 50% of businesses fail within the first 5 years. Now, I'm going to go out on the ledge and bet that some of these businesses are failing because they are DIYing their way through everything. They're DIYing their way through trying to find capital. And most people, like, that's a whole expert subject in itself. How can I fund my business? A lot of them are trying to DIY their way through legal, which we've already talked about, or employee relations. There's so many different aspects of a business. Okay. And 50% fail within the first 5 years. So it's indicative that you may have had something that is worth saving and that can be successful far beyond 5 years. But if you're constantly stuck in this model of DIY and doing it yourself, do you have the capability to move your business, your legacy further down the line? Now, like I've said, there are dangers to DIY. And one of the dangers is it overlooks value and it only focuses on the cost. It overlooks value and it focuses on the cost. Another danger is that it ignores security. It overlooks security. But here's a third danger of DIYing. DIYing will make you believe that just because you have the ability to do something on the surface, that you are completely secured in whatever type of work that is. And so it makes you think that there's a one size fit all to the DIY. And honestly, there's not. Here's a picture I'll draw for you. There are these painting companies where friends will typically get together and they'll go and I think it's called like sip and paint or something. You'll go with your friends and you'll sit and you'll paint and you'll drink your wine, and everyone is painting the exact same picture. The teacher puts up the picture. They walk you through the steps of exactly how you have to paint this picture to get the final result. And guess what happens after everyone has drunk their wine and after everyone has followed each step from the instructor and they compare the pictures? They are completely different. And everyone still sat there and they DIY'd their photo. They did it themselves. The professor didn't come over with their artistic expertise and help each painter, but they did it themselves. They DIY'd in that moment. And even with the exact same construct or template that they had to paint, everyone still had a different outcome. That is essentially what DIYing is when you try to DIY through life and DIYing through your business, or DIYing your brand and DIYing your legal and DIYing your financial wealth management. That is what's going to happen to you. You're going to have a different picture from everybody else. And if you are an entrepreneur and you are new in business, you might fall within this percentage point of the individuals who fail within the first year or within the first 5 years because you DIY'd. You looked at something, you looked at the big picture and thought, I can do this myself. and I will have the same outcome. Whereas you do it yourself and your picture looks drastically different from the expert who painted the original picture. All right. So let's make sure that in 2023, we get the help that we need and don't fall victim to the dangers of DIY. We don't want to just choose cost and overlook value. We don't want to overlook our security. And we definitely know that we deserve to have a solution that fits our circumstance and that we are not treated as a one size fit all. So if you want to talk more about this and you want more support in your business to make sure that you are securely protected, that you understand how you can leverage your brand and monetize it, you should come to NIL Combine 2023, July 27th through the 29th. I'm super excited about this. NIL Combine is the #1 premier event for name, image, and likeness. We help student athletes to understand, recognize, leverage, monetize, and protect their name, image, and likeness, which is essentially their intellectual property rights. But we don't discriminate. If you are an individual who supports athletes, if you are an athletic director, a coach, a parent of an athlete, or anyone who is interested in understanding full out what NIL is and how your NIL rights can be monetized and leveraged, you should come to this event. Make sure you get your ticket right now at bit.ly/NIL Combine 2023. That's bit.ly/NIL Combine 2023. Again, that's bit.ly/NIL Combine 2023. Make sure that is in all caps. All right. Make sure it's in all caps so you can go and reserve your seat right now while we're still having the early bird tickets. Guys, I am Sivonnia DeBarros, a protector of athletes. And as always, it is a pleasure and an honor to come here, educate, and support you to your very next level. Until next time, guys, I will see you later. Ciao.
Joining us this week on What Are You Sporting About podcast. Make sure to visit our website, prosportlawyer.com, where you can subscribe to the show in iTunes, Stitcher, or whatever your favorite platform is, so you'll never miss a show. And while you're at it, if you found value in the show, we'd appreciate a rating on iTunes or iHeartRadio. Or if you'd simply tell a friend about the show, that would help us out too. If you like the show, you might want to check out our book, What Are You Sporting About? Attorney Sivonnia DeBarros is available for private consulting at sldebarros.com. And remember, we're here to educate, support, and guide you in your journey to success because we're all sporting about something.